everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar coated. What a lie. What a lie.
Hey, hi, hello. So you may have noticed, if you're watching this live, a post that I made where I was letting you know that I am definitely going to be transforming the channel. It's in progress. I just wanted to keep you guys updated, but like I said, this is not a goodbye. We're just figuring out how Tay can make this work for Tay, okay? Because when it works for Tay, then everybody's gonna be okay. You know, like it's giving happy wife, happy life, happy Tay, everything on the channel is okay. And just like YouTube's algorithm and people's lack of integrity, it's not working with the way that I've been flowing. So don't think I'm gonna abandon you, babes, but just know that there is gonna be more frequent and consistent appearances over on TikTok and Patreon for the time being. I'm experimenting with YouTube, so just bear with me there. Shout out to those of you that show love no matter what. I love and appreciate you. And you know what I really truly enjoy the most is in these moments of reflection and reconstruction, you find out who your real friends are. You find out who your real supporters are. And it's no different on the internet. So thank you guys who are here, and you're here for me as an individual and how I grow and the way that I move through the world. And you're here to support me and the channel because you flux with me's. I appreciate you and I love you. And I can guarantee that I flux with yous too. But with that being said, I've really been in a more than usual blunt and gung-ho energy where I just am asking myself, what do you need to give less fucks about? And so I was like, why not do a reading about it? What do you need to give less flux about? Let's go ahead and find out. I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle right here. I'm going to pull 3 of these. They are going to signify the 3 groups. And I long talked enough, so let's get to it and find out, what do you need to give less flux about? What do you currently need to give less flux about? Group number 1. Representing group number 1, we have the number 15, Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. Representing group number 2, we have the Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. And representing group number 3, oh, by the way, this is number 57. Representing group number 3, we have the number 30, Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith, okay? And again, we are tapping into this reading with the intention of finding out, what do you need to care less about? What do you need to let go of? What's not your burden to bear? What's not yours to carry? Pause, reflect, meditate, do what you gotta do. And I'll check you out in your group. 1, 2, or 3. Let's get it. You chose group number 1, the Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. Number 15. We're going to go ahead and dive into this reading and find out, what do you need to care less about, group number 1. I pray that this reading finds you well. I pray that it brings peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation to you. What do my group number 1s need to give less energy to? What do they need to care less about? What do my group number 1s need to care less about? We have the 3 of Wands, What do my group number ones need to care less about? What do my group number ones need to, whoa there, care less about? Okay, what you need to care less about. The things that you like. The way that you show up in the world. This could specifically be referring to your aesthetic. Or for some of you, the car you drive. Material things. Clarify. What do my group number ones need to care less about? But yeah, it definitely feels like care less about flexing and finaging. Okay? Care less about that. Care less about what your life looks like as long as you are enjoying it. Yeah. Okay, so this is my group here. You need to give less flux about getting to the bag, quite honestly. And you know, it's like, that might be hard to hear, but I'm just going to give you the message as it is. What you need to care less about is making more money or being materialistic, or having a materialistic aesthetic. For some of you, this may be like an innocent form of it. Like maybe you want to show up a certain way because you feel like it will help you to grow, develop, make friends, or something like this here. Or like for some of you, you're worried about looking a certain way or withholding a certain image because you want to fit into a certain group, but you don't have to. You don't have to look the part to be the part. You don't have to look the part to play the role. There's something here about this group here where it's like you're trying to force yourself to look like something that you don't really care to look like, but because you feel like that's what will attract the types of individuals and opportunities that you want to attract. You don't need to be big, bold, and I don't know, for some reason I'm seeing like chains, like gold chains. You know how people all of a sudden become rappers and then they have to put on a gold chain. You don't have to do that to be a rapper or to make music or to be seen or to be heard. I'm also getting something here about a car as well. Something here also about gold. Maybe even for some of you, you're just like, you know, those, what is it called? Color matching? I don't know. What's the technical term for it? Let me know in the comments. But let's say that your color match says that your color is gold. Like you look better in gold and yellow and warm colors. But you prefer cool tones. You prefer to wear silver. You prefer to wear white. Do you? That's fine. Who cares about if it's your highest potential and if it's bringing out the right colors and tones? Like, who cares? Rock what you like. Okay? That's the first message right there. Clarify, please. Yeah, like care less about looking cool or looking apart. You don't need to look the part. Now, this is not to say that you can't care about what you look like or you can't care about aesthetics, but you need to care less about those things in relation to other people's perception or interpretation of you. Okay, for some of you, it's like the Lovers here. You're like trying to look a certain way to attract a certain group or a certain lover or a certain type or a certain person. No. Clarify the Emperor, please. For some of you, you could just be simply like trying to look different than everyone else, or trying to be the first, or trying to, I don't, just bend over backwards or do too much where you don't really need to. Clarify the Emperor, please. What do my group, you notice how it's taking a long time to come out to clarify the Emperor. And here lately especially, the Emperor has really been coming through as unapologetically standing in their power, no matter who is on their side or not. In this I said what I said energy, this is what I believe energy. In doing that wholeheartedly, yes, Nine of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck as I'm saying that. And the Nine of Pentacles for me is, again, a card of identity. Oh, yeah, because when I was first getting started, this feather was really standing out to me. So it's like, if you want to wear a feather, do that. If you want to eat grapes for breakfast, do that. Like, I don't know, there's just things here where you may be trying to, again, fit a particular role or look a particular way. Or for some of you, you're avoiding going down a path that accurately represents you because you feel that it will lead you away from fitting in with this specific group, or it will make you look a particular way, whatever the case may be. Talk to me about group one, what they need to care less about, please. Okay. Two of Cups in the reverse, and who don't like it? What you need to care less about is who doesn't like it. Care less about who doesn't like it. And then we have the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So we go from -2 cups to 6 cups. The difference between that is 4 cups. Okay, so there's a lot of things that you've been yeah, I said that already. There's a lot of things that you've been depriving yourself of. There's emotional fulfillment that you have been depriving yourself of or avoiding because you're trying to look the part, or because you're trying to fit in, consciously or subconsciously, or because you're trying to make certain amounts of money, you know? You can free yourself from that. There's success on the other side of this confinement. Clarify the Chariot. Okay. Hello. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. So the difference between that is 4 Pentacles, and then we have the Chariot. So emphasis on the number 4 for you, for sure. We had 4 Cups and 4 Pentacles, not to show up in the reading, but to kind of hover over the reading. 4 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Exactly. Holding yourself back from the things that you want to explore out of fear. What will my mom think? What will my boss think? What will this do? How will this car make me look? How do I look in this? Who cares? As long as you are happy. Again, this is not to say that you can't care about how you look, but ask yourself, who are you doing it for? Remind yourself to do it for yourself. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Pentacles. You can be a team player and still be an individual. Let's see. I need 5 more cards in the lineup, please, for my group. Number ones. What do they need to care less about? 5 of Swords. Exactly. Hearsay. He said, she said. Blah, 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 blah. Queen of Swords. What do they need to care less about? What do they need to care less about? Lots of swords. So this is care less about other people's thoughts, voices, opinions, words. 10 of Cups reversed. Yeah, like care less about people's distaste, period. Care less about people's negative talk or opinions. See, I personally, this is something that I can get really good at if I really let myself. And I don't like to put myself in readings unless it like really makes sense. So just stay with me, stay with me. I can lean into not caring about what people have to say so deeply, so intently, that I have to check myself to make sure I'm not leaning into narcissistic energy. I'm not afraid to admit it, but that's what I had to lean into in order to heal from being a people pleaser. So if you have to lean into the extreme of not giving a single fluck about what people have to say or think about you in order to get out of the muck, the quicksand that's trying to drag you down, then you got to do what you got to do. One more. I hope that makes sense. Basically, my whole reason for putting that in there is to let you know that sometimes I had to not even recognize myself to not care about what somebody has to say about me. And that may make me look like an asshole or sound like an asshole. I don't care. And sometimes you just can't care. Like I said, I always check myself now, you know, because there is valuable information that can come your way, but not always. Death card in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles remains. Yeah, this is about like, so again, the reading is, what do you need to care less about? This is hearsay, thoughts and opinions, slick remarks of people's dissatisfaction and their desire for you to not want to change. I hope I said that right. Basically, care less about people's lack of support of the things that make you happy. This feels like someone expressing, I don't want you to do that. I don't like when you do this. If it has nothing to do with them, don't include their opinion. Obviously, if this is someone saying, I don't like when you do this, then obviously, like, don't keep doing that if you're doing it to them. But this is about you as an individual. Someone's like, no, don't cut your hair off because I like it better when it's long. Like, shut up. Who are you talking to? Not me. Respectfully, you don't have to say that to them, group number one, but you could say that to them with your actions by going to go cut off your hair if that's what you want to do. And I know that sometimes it can be innocent, where like we tell our friends, like, as a matter of fact, one of my friends told me, I want to cut my hair off. And I literally told her, I was like, girl, coming from someone who's been there before, I want you to think about it before you do it. I'm going to say, I don't want you to, but I support whatever you choose to do, but I want you to think about it first. That's the kind of person I am. I try my best not to impose too much unless they give me that, what is it called? Power of attorney, if you will, you know? But this is what I'm talking about. Like, you really want to dye your hair purple, okay? And everyone around you is like, no, like, you're gonna look so bad, or no, this is gonna happen. Make sure you make your choices from a well-educated position and just do what you want to do. There's a new opportunity, start or beginning or something like that, that you want to embark upon, but you've resisted it because of what someone else told you or because someone else said not to. Now, for some of you, it could also be because people are trying to tell you, like, no, you can't afford this, or no, you can't do that, or no, it'll make you look like this, it'll make you look like that. So, general reading, get in where you fit in. And if you made it this far into the reading, I want to see your cow emojis in the comment section down below. Thank you for being here. If you would like to book a personal reading, first link in the description box to make that happen. Second link is for Patreon, where I am also tweaking and rescheduling and figuring things out so that I can show up there more often, as well as TikTok. That will be in the description box as well. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, there's a P.O. box as well as a virtual tip jar. Always appreciated, never required, but I thank you in advance. This is all that I have for you for now. And for anyone that's still here, I'm not going to lie, I was picking up that you should check out group number 3, but that's only for those that feel it in their heart and their soul. All right. That's all that I have for you. And until next time, take care, be well. Ta-ta for now. Group number 2 that selected the squirrel spirit to believe in yourself. The number 57. Why did I start talking like that? I don't know. Let me get some shuffles in, please. What do my group number 2s need to care less about? Okay, so I'm being brought to the number 3, so maybe you could check out group number 3 if you feel guided to do so. I'm also seeing the colors yellow and green as well here. This is actually reminding me of a friend of mine who creates art, and he sent me a digital sketch of something, letting me know like, hey, this was kind of inspired by you, so I just wanted to share this like rough draft with you. It's reminding me of that, and the artwork itself was literally 333, and he had no idea that 333 is like a really important number to me. Like, he wouldn't know that. He could not know that. I've never told him this. He wouldn't know. But I inspired something like that, because I do post angel numbers, but I never specifically said, oh my god, 333 is literally the time that I created my first tarot channel and this happened. Like, he don't know that. So I don't know why that's relevant, but I just had to let you guys know. Okay, so group number 2, what do you need to give less cares about? So what do my group number 2s need to care less about? We have the Knight of Wands. We have the World. Her tetas are covered up by flowers, so I don't have to cover them, okay? YouTube, I hope you heard that. I hope you see that. And oh, also, for some of you, you don't need to be insecure about your voice. If you have an accent or something like this, or like if you're speaking a language that's not your native tongue, you don't need to be self-conscious about that at all. Okay, that was another one. Yeah, like you're outside of your comfort zone. You're traveling outside of your comfort zone, or something like this here. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. So, yeah, believe in yourself. Okay, so I talked about like language and accents. So don't be insecure if you are learning a language, or if you've moved to a new place in the world and you're adjusting to everything. Don't feel insecure about that. I see that you hesitate to speak up sometimes because you're like, oh, maybe they won't understand my accent, or maybe they won't understand me, or maybe they won't care. If you're talking to someone like me, Tay, which there are more people like me out in the world, because even though I'm pretty special and spectacular, there are other special and spectacular people out there in the world. If someone comes to me with an accent or a language that there's some sort of barrier, the right people like me and others will stop to hear you out. For some of you, you could have like a speech impediment, or a stutter, or you feel like you lack vocabulary or something like this here, or you feel like your mouth and your brain don't connect all the time, and so you're like, oh, I'm not the best communicator, but I want to put this out there. Something like that is going on here. Let's see. Let's get some clarifiers, please. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Oh, whoa, okay, there we go. We've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, okay, so there's definitely this emphasis on bypassing things, or like letting things go out of like a nervousness, or like avoiding some form of growth, or avoiding healthy habits or healthy routines because of some sort of fear or blockage or something like that. Clarify the World. Clarify the World. Sheesh. Okay, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Okay, there's also this thing here too about overthinking about your words. Yeah, this keeps coming through, like overthinking your words or overthinking your energy or your passion, and fearing being misunderstood or judged. That's something that's coming through here as well. Clarify the Three of Wands. Or for some of you, it's like you catastrophize things, and that like maybe you have a thought and then you want to share. Whoa, that's symbolic as hell. Maybe you have a thought that you want to share, but then exactly, the Hanged Man, but you hold yourself back, and you just like, and you stop yourself from creating opportunities because you don't say these things, or because you have this doubt, this fear, this worry, these concerns. How did these fall on the floor? The Knight of Wands put himself in the reverse here. Yeah, the Eight of Cups is still remaining in the reverse. So what you need to care less about is being misunderstood or judged based on your voice, based on your beliefs, based on your passions, based on your accent, based on your primary language or a stutter, things of that nature. What is this Three of Wands? What is the Three of Wands here? Three of Wands. Okay, to my like podiatrist people, what is the like the science behind the name? First of all, the name of the science behind the foot and its connections to our physical body. Like, you touch a specific part of the foot and it impacts a specific part of the body. I don't know, but basically, for some reason, the third toe, or like the middle toe, is relevant, as well as the second and third toe. Actually, it's mostly the second and third toe. I don't know, or maybe for some of you, you're insecure about your feet, or you're insecure. Maybe you got an extra toe, or you missing a toe. I don't know, but you should not be insecure about that. Okay, let's see here. What's going on? Clarify the Three of Wands. Clarify the Three of Wands. Yeah, I want to emphasize again, it's the second toe, the one right next to the big toe. Ooh, excuse me. Queen of Swords, Two of Swords. Yeah, definitely. This could even be about compliments that you might want to give, but you don't. You absolutely should. Again, don't be insecure about your voice or the way that you... Exactly. The freaking Queen of Swords comes right back out, and she's in the reverse now. And then we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So... Okay, now this could also be a double message too. For those of you that only say things with the intention of trying to make something happen, you should care less about doing that as well. Basically, don't say things just to get a rise out of someone or just to get a result, whether it be good or bad. But basically, just start speaking from the heart and don't think too many times about it. Okay, that's the main message here. Let me get 5 closers. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I'm telling you though, it has a lot to do with what you hold yourself back from saying or doing. That could really open you up to opportunities. Like, you just never know what a smile, a conversation, exactly. Look at this. Oh, it's the Five of Pentacles here. Like, you just never know what you're missing out on. You just never know what you're missing out on. So take more chances, believe in yourself. And I'm not saying that you got to start off big. Like, look at this. He's sitting on top of this big old acorn, but he's starting off small. Okay, you'll notice that over time you begin to collect these acorns and have things to store up. You have stories, you have pictures, you have friends, you have family, you have lovers to represent the changes that you've made because you took your power into your own hands and started living more from the heart, truly. Okay, yeah, the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Yeah, start living more passionately. Also, This is referring to stop caring so much about, again, maybe you feel like something that you said or did prevented you from getting into a specific place or getting into a specific world. Don't pay attention to that. Okay, you're being called to be more cognizant of leaning into authenticity, because that's much more important than anything here. Definitely, you feel like you missed out on something. For some of you, this is like an age thing. Like maybe you were like, I should have did this when I was like 8 years old, or when I was 18. Forget that. Focus on the now, the present, because there's still some sort of liveliness about you, but you may be preventing yourself from tapping into said liveliness due to people's judgments, accusations, or just your own lack mentality. Okay, new bottom of the deck energy, 10 of Wands. Yeah, let go of the burdens of trying to hold on to your passion, or the things that you're passionate about, or your opinions, or the things that you like, the things that you love. Be more, again, heart-centered, heart-focused, heart-based, and you will see your life expand in many, many, many ways. So if you've made it this far into this reading, I want to see your fall leaves in the comment section down below. Group number 2, fall leaves, because that was inspired by this right here. I want to see your fall leaves, group number 2. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, first link in the description box down below. Head on over to my website. We have live phone call options. We have video chat options, as well as pre-recorded options to fit just about any budget. We also have Patreon available. Second link in the description box down below, which is where I do intend to be more present. I am working on transforming my presence here on YouTube and balancing more of my time with TikTok and Patreon, which will be linked down below. And if you're interested in donating to the channel, there is a P.O. box as well as a virtual tip jar. I thank you in advance. Ta-ta for now. Hello, my beautiful, gorgeous group number 3s that chose the number 30. Oh, I just realized you chose group 3 and the number 30, so 3s are definitely relevant to you. And you chose the grasshopper spirit. Take a leap of faith. Let's find out, what do you need to care less about? What do my group number 3s need to care less about? I'm picking up a little bit of group number 2, meaning you should check out group 2 if you feel guided to do. I was trying to rhyme, so no, I'm not going to make that sentence make sense. Okay, let's see here. What do my group number 3s need to care less about? What do my group number 3s need to care less about? I pray that this reading brings peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation to those who experience it. 7 of Swords. What do you need to care less about? Strength. What do you need to care less about? Oh, okay. Okay, so you need to care less about coming on too strong. Let me see what else is here. Yeah, the Knave of Swords, also known as the Page of Swords. We have the Tower. Okay, lots of pages. But I have to admit, there's a silence here, so let me sit with it. 7 of Swords. Strength and the 9 of Wands. What do you need to care less about? Yeah, restraining yourself or holding yourself back. What is the 7 of Swords? Clarify 7 of Swords, please. I also feel like I missed something, like, or I didn't do something that I was supposed to do for group number 3, but that's not true. Oh, okay, so that's the feeling that you need to care less about, like feed less energy into thinking that there's something that you were supposed to do or something that you are missing. Ah, yeah, okay. Or something like a blockage. Stop thinking that there's a blockage. Like, give less thoughts to the thought of blockages. Okay, let's see here. Clarity, please. Give less thought, care less about what could be blocking you. We have the 7 of Swords here, clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, so what you need to care less about is what you feel like you've never seen before. There's this vibe here where it's like, oh, that's never happened before, so it's not like it can happen now. So you need to care less about what you've done or what seems possible. Let me try to ground this, y'all. I'm trying to get the words, but basically, it's like you're telling yourself. I almost said selling yourself short, but it's like you're telling yourself that something is impossible or hard to reach or hard to complete because you've never seen it before, or because you've never seen it in your family before, because something like that. Let's get more clarifiers, please. Maybe even stop trying to hide your family or something like this here. Oh, wow. Why did that song just... Wow, this song just invaded your reading. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'm waiting. Whatever she said. Strength. See, yeah, the four. Yeah, like... So there's more about leaping onto opportunities. But there's more here. Let me see. Clarity. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah. Okay. 9 of Wands, the Hanged Man. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Wands. For some reason, I feel like there's more. Like, there's more to uncover in this reading. Let me sit with this, and I'll be back. Yeah, so I keep channeling stop selling yourself short. So stop thinking that you can't complete something. Stop thinking that you're not capable of something. Because for some of you, you're literally just like one leap, one hop, one chance, one risk away from what you think is impossible. Let's dive more into this. I want those 5 cards to finish this lineup. The World, the Star, also something here about not caring when people say like, oh, that's not possible. Like there, I don't know why this concept is coming through here where it's like, oh, we're in a recession, you can't come up, like you can't find success in a recession. But that's when the majority of people reach success, is through recessions, or like the biggest breakthroughs happen in recessions. Or oh yeah, like the State of the World, healing, 8 of Swords. Okay, there's also this vibe here too of you needing to take the pressure off your own back here, in regards to like what is in your hands, what's your responsibility. Damn, you have a lot of strong cards coming through here. And the 4 of Wands. And bottom of the deck we have the Tower. And the question here is, again, what do you need to care less about? Again, I feel like I need to pause, reflect, sit with this, and then bring it back to you guys. So let me do that. Oh, okay. So your message is coming through in this way. Those of you that picked group 3, you could be heavily into social media. Like maybe you work on a marketing team or something about PR, or like public appearance is popping up here. This group here, you need to give less flux about being canceled, or like being embarrassed, or like mass destruction via the internet. If it's not the internet, like if you're not an online person, then this is just in real life. There's something here about like care less about, this sounds bad, but maybe you just overthink it, but it's like care less about destroying your reputation. And of course, when I say that, I mean lean more into authenticity. That's always going to be my response to this, is that sometimes authenticity may damper or ruin your reputation, but what's more important, what people think of you or your state of peace and happiness and joy? Who would you rather upset? Others by being yourself, or yourself by giving others what they want from you. You know, like there's this need to find a balance there. But big time, I feel like you're holding yourself back from making some changes because you're like, oh, like it'll ruin my reputation, or oh, they'll think this of me. For some of you, you even like, you have some concepts or theories that you want to share where people could really benefit from them, but I think that you're holding back because you're like, oh, they're going to think I'm crazy, they're going to try to put me on meds, they're going to say that I'm this, they're going to say that I'm that. Who cares? Who cares? There's something about that here, especially with the Tower. There's breakthroughs needing to be had on your behalf. Like, you have such powerful energy in this 5-card lineup with the World, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune, surrounded by the 8 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. This lets me know that you're like in your house of purpose. You're in the right position, but there's this if, ands, buts that's kind of hindering your growth, hindering your success. Remember I talked about earlier you needing to stop feeding so many thoughts and so much energy into what you're not seeing, or like what you need to be doing next. It's like, it's so interesting because it's like you're focused on what you need to be doing next, but also hindering yourself from what you need to be doing next from the fear of said reputation, or said appearance, or the way that you show up in the world. Okay, you may have some very innovative thoughts, ideas, opinions that you could really help other people with by just sharing, but there's this, oh, but I won't do that because then they'll think this, then they'll think that, then they'll call me crazy. Then no, let them call you crazy, baby. Okay, dive into this, explore this a bit more, pray about this, because your fears are definitely holding you back. And for me as an individual, number one, I want you to remember that every time you break down one wall, there's always going to be another one right behind it. That's just life and evolution, the way that it goes. But what I try to do to remain conscious of that is every time I get scared or I fear doing something or saying something, I really sit with myself and ask, are you afraid for plausible reasons or not? Because usually success is on the other side of those illogical fears that we have rationalized, because like they say, fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay, yeah, I really feel like there's like this paranoia here, where this group here, you kind of feel like you could be doomed or destined for public humiliation or something like that here. But I want you to also remember too that feeling shame and embarrassment, those are choices. And when those feelings pop up, you can choose to feed into them, or you can choose to not, and stand in your truth. And I see that this is where you are being called into more of a primal space, a more primal energy is really beneficial for you. And with this Tower, I don't know, it's like you just feel like you don't want to be considered a train wreck. And obviously, you know, like, think before you act. But this group here, it's like, I think you do enough thinking. You need to do more acting upon said thoughts, ideas, and inspiration. Even though it may seem a little bit silly, kooky, crazy, or fun, whatever it may be. Let yourself lean into that a little bit more. So what you need to care less about is public humiliation, or being canceled, or infamy, basically being known for like being mean or being an asshole, or being known for something, I don't know, like politics. Maybe you have an unpopular opinion. Who cares? Stand in your truth, stand in your power more often. Baby steps, you know, baby steps. And it can be a treacherous journey through these mucky waters, because you do have to experiment to determine what thoughts and what things that you act upon based on those thoughts are beneficial for you. Sometimes you'll take those leaps and, oh yeah, take a leap of faith. Sometimes you'll take those leaps and regret it. That's okay. That's what life is about. You know, it's about like taking leaps of faith and learning from said mistakes, or hey, you might even get lucky. But just lean more into God and trust that everything that happens is always meant to occur. I even tell myself this with things like, you know, you like cut off a friend and you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I should have done that. Like, God, please. But then I remind myself, everything that you do, everything that you experience, even the way that you feel, is there for a reason. So trust those feelings. If you felt like you had to cut that friend off, then so be it. that's how you were supposed to move. Also, it's standing out to me too right now, the crown here, the crown there. There's also a crown on that head too. There could also be like this, I don't know if you're like working to try to impress a specific person or specific types, or like you're trying to put on a show. Yeah, because I'm hearing dance, monkey dance. You don't have to do that to keep this crown on. Okay? You can exist more, this is my favorite word, authentically than you even realize. And I pray that this reading found you well. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, first link in the description box, head on over to my website where you can either book a live phone call, a video chat, or a pre-recorded reading in different budgets and based on different time slots and things that work best for you. Just remember, it is Eastern Standard Time. Usually, I think everybody catches that note on my website, but I do like to remind you it's Eastern Standard Time when you're booking with me. Second link in the description box is for Patreon, where I do plan to show up a whole lot more. I'm just figuring out the scheduling to determine and decide how I want to show up, when I want to show up, and what I want to bring to the table for us, spiritually speaking. There are 3 different tiers on there. Check them out and see what one works best for you. And finally, last but not least, thank you so much for tuning in. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below. What kind of emoji can we leave? Something green, like give me green emojis or insects. I want to see green emojis or insect emojis for this group. Okay, I don't know, do we have a grasshopper emoji or like a praying mantis? I don't know, so let's do green or insects. That could be a butterfly, an ant, so on and so forth. All right, you guys, this is all that I have for you. If you'd like to donate to the channel, there is a P.O. box as well as a virtual tip jar. That's going to be in the description box down below. Thank you in advance, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. TAYliens, TAYlioness. Oops, excuse me. Okay, so something about your love life is relevant. Yeah, you're going to be seeing or noticing synchronicities in your love life. Something about that. But anyways, let's hop to what's real. Let's hop to it. Let's hop to it. I pray that this reading brings peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation. And when I say love life, this could just be like you having awakenings about your love life, whether you're single, in a relationship, married, blah, 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 blah. But just know that your love life is relevant. But let's see what message needs to find my TAYliens. We're just going to do a TAYlien message. Apart from the pick a card. So let me know, TAYliens, what pick a card group did you choose? All right, a message for my TAYliens, please. The number 22, Dragonfly Spirit, truth transcends illusions. Interesting. That at the bottom of the deck, the same energy has remained. Time to let go. Is this not the topic of the video? I said reading and video at the same time. The video, reading video. Anyways, this is literally what this topic, this title is telling you to do, letting you know what it's time to let go of. But it's more fun to say, what do I need to give less flux about? Okay. And also like my speech right now, there's something here about you letting it fly, like letting something fly or something like that. Letting him have it. I don't know. But 22, truth transcends illusion, dragonfly spirit. 22 is a master builder number. Dragonflies also represent masculine energy, but femininity at the same time. It's like 70% masculine energy, 30% femininity. Oh, but for some reason it's taking on a more feminine edge. Like, obviously this picture is still, it's an image, but my mind's eye is putting this into perspective. So something about masculine energy within you, around you, is softening up, or you're seeing the truth about it. Maybe you were seeing something as masculine energy and the truth is actually being revealed to you. And you know, sometimes our view, our perspective can really shape our reality. So if you think that something is masculine, it's going to show up even more masculine because that's the decision that you made. Something's softening up here. This Page of Cups really wants to say something too. Page of Cups. Oh, it could be a masculine that's softening up to you, or it's just masculine energy that's softening. It's becoming more approachable. Okay. What's going on here? What message was meant to find by TAYliens? Oh, hello. Yeah, the moon reverse. Some sort of an illusion is dissipating, which makes a lot of sense because we are coming into the Pisces full moon as I am doing this reading currently. I almost said Aries full moon, which would be the follow-up to, it would be a month and some change away. We're like 6 days away from the next full moon in Pisces. So that means that we are about 28, I don't know, whatever, full moon to full moon. We're that many weeks, days away from the Aries full moon. So Pisces full moon to the Aries full moon is relevant for my TAYliens, which makes a lot of sense because, baby, I don't know about you, but me personally, I am an Aries sun, and when I tell you, when Pisces energy comes through, whether it's Pisces season or Pisces moon, dog, I be struggling. When I say struggling, like, I mean where feelings, like the feelings of Pisces really frustrates my Aries energy because it seems illogical, you know? So something about that is relevant. Let's see here. What's going on? What message was meant to find my TAYliens? But yeah, let me know, TAYliens, what's your sun sign and how do you feel during Pisces moons or Pisces season? Because me personally, it's my least favorite. I have to be honest. It's my least favorite. But I know that in that lack of favoritism means that there's a lot of depth and truth that needs to come to me through that Pisces energy. Like, basically the things that irritate you the most in life, you need to dive into it because there's something down deep that needs to heal. How do I do? Like, basically, I apply this theory to life. Like, if someone says something to me and it irritates me, no matter what it is that they say, if it irritates me, I examine it. And I find out, does it irritate me because it's true? Does it irritate me because of their projections? Does it irritate me because I need to let go of people's opinions more? But let's see here. But I feel like masculine energy here, something about masculine energy is becoming more receptive and dissipating some sort of an illusion. TAYliens. Also, this does link to a reading that I did over on TikTok. If I remember, I will link it down below for you to check it out. It is a longer reading on TikTok, if I'm not mistaken. 6 of Cups here. Yeah, like, I feel like this is masculine energy reflecting and being like, you know what, you're right. This is masculine energy coming out of ego and seeing the truth beyond illusion. So either your masculine energy, someone else's masculine energy, or just masculine energy for the collective is pulling themselves out of some sort of illusion, building upon their own foundation, building upon their own character, and it's leading to something very beneficial. And as I said, leading to something beneficial, it made me think of, like, Lean on Me. Also, that's a song. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. So call on your brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Damn, the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there could be a masculine energy in your family or just masculine energy around you that is lightening up. We all need somebody to lean on. Somebody could want to be this for you. I just realized that that's a peace sign in the background. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, and this is also like Christ consciousness with this cross here and the heart, Christ energy. This feels like a breakthrough though. Yeah, because the moon reversed. And talking about truth transcending illusion, the moon is illusion and it's in the reverse. There's some sort of truth coming out here. Someone, I really feel like someone is existing beyond their ego's lies. And when I say that, I don't mean to make the ego sound like this bad thing that we just don't need, because that's not true. But it can be so... what's the word? Ego can be so misleading. There we go. Ego can be so misleading. Some sort of misleading energy within the ego is dissipating. Wow, the Emperor comes out in the reverse. As I'm talking about things being misleading, this is like appearances being misleading. Whatever is misleading or not true is clearing out. 8 of Pentacles. You could find yourself called back to something or someone. And I'm not picking that up in a toxic way, like, oh, I want my ex back. No, I'm not seeing that at all. This feels like a mentality in regards to masculine energy. 3 of Cups. This could also be, I kind of feel like, basically, some sort of difficult masculine energy is dissipating and becoming more coherent and compromising. Compromisable, whatever. They're becoming more of a team player. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Again, this could be happening within you, around you, or both, because it could be happening collectively and you are part of the collective. Let's get clarifiers. So call on your brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. Look, y'all. I would apologize, but I'd be lying. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords coming out here, clarifying the moon. I feel like this masculine energy had been denying this truth because of where it was coming from, or because of what they felt like it would mean, or because of what it stems from. Knight of Cups. See? Some sort of masculine energy is becoming more accepting of something. More willing to cooperate. Yes. What's this? 8 of Pentacles. More willing to work on something. Yeah, 3 of Wands for forward movement. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. See? Period. This is like the God card. Like, God, when you come to those moments where God even is like, you got to change this or else. Two of Wands. A Crossroads. 10 of Cups. Page of Wands reversed. 6 of Wands upright. And the Magician reversed with the 4 of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, like, basically, someone or something that was complicating things or making things difficult, or, you know how some people, they purposely try to cause trouble? There's something within you or someone else or everyone and everything that is done making things complex, more complex than they need to be. They always say truth is stranger than fiction. And I see the TAYliens collective allowing truth to be, even if it is stranger than fiction. Some of you could be like looking at your life and like I get like this vibe of like blinking fast and not understanding where you are or what you're doing or why or how or something like this here. But somehow at peace with that. And not trying to make anything of it, just accepting it as it flows. I also see an easing up and not giving into anger or not perceiving something as anger. This feels like realizing you don't have to yell to get your point across. You don't have to cry to feel seen. You don't have to put on a show to attract an audience. This masculine energy is like some things just aren't for you to understand, to believe, to debate, to think about, to worry about. This just really feels like an impulsive, destructive masculine energy backing down, waving the white flag within you and or around you. And this is all that I have for you. Thank you for being a subscriber to the channel. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.